Let's say you're gonna start photography, but you don't have a camera, so you want to buy your very first camera, but you have no idea which camera you're gonna buy. Is it gonna be Nikon, Canon, Olympus, Fujifilm, Hasselblad? I don't know. And even within the brand, it's different models. Like, do you have Nikon D3000, Nikon D3100, Nikon D3200? So many cameras. So there's no wonder why you get lost in all these cameras. But in today's video, I'm gonna give you 5 tips plus a bonus tip for you when you're gonna buy your very first camera. Research help you to get to know the camera a bit more before you get to buy the camera, to help you understand what kind of features the very camera have. Is this camera good enough for you? Does it have enough autofocus points or frames per second? Instead of you actually wasting £1,000 on a camera, realizing, wait, this camera doesn't work for me, it's too complicated. So do your research, figure out, this camera works for me because it's easier to work, the menu system is easy to walk around in, and it's actually made for beginners. So research helps you to understand the camera a bit more. Next one is budget, and budget is very important. It's more important than you think. Some people just go out there spending £2,000 on a camera house, just the housing without actually any accessories. But here's my 5 things you should consider when you're budgeting. So it's camera house itself, a lens, extra battery, SD card, and a tripod. So those 5 things are the things I would recommend you to buy when you're buying your very first camera. If you have a friend who has this said camera you want to buy, ask that friend to borrow that camera. I mean, the worst they can say is no, and then you have to go to a camera shop and try one there instead. Feel the camera. Is it too heavy for you? Is it too light? Especially feel how the camera is in your hand. Is the grip too small? Is it too big? Is it comfortable? It's more important than you would imagine. The grip of the camera is imperative for you, for your photography experience. Because if the camera is too big and you don't feel comfortable holding the camera, you're definitely not gonna carry it around as often as you would like to. So having a firm grip, a good grip, which it's perfect for your hands, is more important than you would imagine. So especially go try it out if you have the chance to do so. Buying secondhand is great. It goes back to tip number 2, which was budgeting. If you don't have big enough budget, you should consider buying secondhand, because you can save so much money and you can actually get a better equipment than if you were to buy everything brand new. Do your friends have the same camera brand you considering buying? Like, if your camera have this Sony camera, you might consider buying Sony as well, because then you can change lenses. So if you only have, let's say, an 18 to 55mm kit lens, but you want to photograph some birds which are far away, but your friend have this telephoto lens you really want to use, you can just go and ask like, "Oi, Matt, can I borrow this lens?" "Yes, Matt, here you go." And then he throw the lens to you, and then you go and just go shoot this bird with the telephoto lens he borrowed you, something like that. Yeah. Consider buying, oh, hey Siri. So considering buying the same camera brand as your friends might have, so you can change the lenses together. And if you don't have friends, you can always rent lenses. Yeah. The bonus tip. It's not a really big tip, but look out for cashbacks and sales. It just goes back to tip number 2 again, but you save so much money. Well, not so much money, but you save some money. If you don't know what cashback is, it's basically what it says. You get money back from the brand. So if you buy a Sony camera and this camera is on cashback deal, you pay, for example, 400 quid for it, and you get back like 50 quid from Sony. You have then paid 350 quid for it. I never bought anything on cashback, but I just know you can get money back from it, so it's a bit cheaper. But like Black Friday and Cyber Monday is 2 days you might just consider buying new equipment. Okay, so that was 5 tips plus 1 bonus tip for you when you're going to buy your very first camera. So I hope those were helpful. I hope you can use them. So leave a comment down below or something just to give a feedback if this was actually helpful or if it was just waste of your time. If it was waste of your time, I'm very sorry, but why are you even watching this video then? Thank you so much for watching. As always, take care, and I will catch you in my next video. Right, cool. Bye.